So, just before we start, I'd love for everyone to give their quick introductions. I'll start with Kashish because she's the first one on my screen, and then we can go on.
Thank you, Isha. So, hi everyone, I am Kashish. I create content around Bhagavad Gita and simultaneously I create content on marketing on my Instagram and LinkedIn. Apart from that, I have my own marketing agency where we work with clients who need services related to marketing, branding, and PR. So, that's what we do. And apart from that, I'm representing Little Insurance where I'm the influencer marketer.
Great.
Great, lovely to hear that. What about Tanusha? I would love to hear something about her.
I'm about to be an alum of Shahid Sukhdev College of Business Studies, almost about to graduate. I've started Bachelor of Management Studies and I have been a content creator on LinkedIn for past 2 years around. I create content around adulting, marketing, communication, leadership, and I was recently given the Blue Top Voice badge by LinkedIn. I also mentor folks on TopMate, and whatever is my knowledge, even so little, I try to help my seniors, juniors, whosoever want to seek help out of that. And yeah, I learn from folks who are there in the screen and outside the screen. Everyone, I think everyone is doing great in this journey, and the creator economy is booming. So I think it's the perfect time.
Great, that's such a lovely insight. I think I have an option between Drishti and Tushar, but I'll let the ladies go first. So, Drishti.
Sure, sure, sure.
Hey, hi guys, my name is Drishti Patni. I am gonna be an alumnus of Zakir Hussain Delhi College, though that's not a fancy name, but I'm just proud I'm graduating. I've been creating content for almost 1.7 years now, have grown my account from 0 to 20k plus. And alongside that, I'm currently working as a founding member at a startup where we work with sharks, we work with investors, founders, VCs, and everyone involved in the startup ecosystem, helping them with different kind of content needs. We also help them with fundraising, pitch decks, and anything and everything that revolves around storytelling. So that's a little about me.
Great. Tushar,
Yeah,
finally.
sure. Yeah, sure, sure. Okay, so hi everyone. I am Tushar Jain, and I graduated from Shahid Bhagat Singh College last year. And after that, I was placed at KPMG Global Service. And last month only, I resigned from there I just because my interest was aligned to something different, and that was the content, because I'm working in the content industry from past 4 years, right? So I entered with the YouTube channel, then I explored the LinkedIn era, and then I started creating reels on Instagram as well. So basically, I know the different algorithm of all three platforms, and I know how things work as per my experience, right? So with the over the time, I've been able to build a community of 25,000 people across social media. And during my college life, I started my first venture, that was DU Bus, which was around providing information regarding the Delhi University students, right? It can be anything related to cutoffs, admission process, fest season, exams, like everything which was around Delhi University students. So I was providing the videos through my YouTube channel, and over the time, I was able to build a team from different colleges of Delhi University. So currently, we are having a team of 15 plus members who are from different colleges of Delhi University. And apart from that, in January only, I started my marketing agency. That is my second venture. That is Imagine Media, where we are helping individual creators and brand to grow their social presence. So that's something about me, and we are really looking forward to this
So
conversation.
inspiring. Lovely. So inspiring. Great. Just before we bump into, start questions, a little bit about me. Currently, I'm studying at LSR, graduating next month. And I've been actively involved in societies and my PR department of economics department. As someone who likes to explore different industries, I've been a quizzer, I've been a debater, an entrepreneur, a PR head, and I've studied economics with a minors in computers. Um, just a little bit about my past. I've been to two different boarding schools, which has basically helped me, you know, gain the idea of networking. That's where I learned how to network with people and give back to the community. And just that, besides LinkedIn, I'm interested in product management, social media, and marketing. And I think outside of work, I love traveling, reading, binge watching movies, and listening to good music. So, and if you have any movie recommendations, feel free to add them in the comments. Great. So, just to set the base, I'll just tell you a little bit about what we're going to do today. So, daily life narratives profoundly shape content creation, infusing authenticity and relatability into storytelling. Content creators draw inspiration from personal experiences, weaving them into diverse forms such as blogs, videos, and social media posts. These narratives serve as a powerful tool for connection, fostering empathy and resonance with audiences. Cultural and societal contexts often intersect with personal anecdotes, enriching content with layers of meaning. However, creators must navigate ethical considerations, respect privacy boundaries, and ensuring representation is thoughtful and inclusive. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about just the influence of daily life narratives in content creation and how you can sort of harness our whatever happens to us every day. I'm sure everybody has a lot to say about different fields, but not a lot of people have a lot to say about their daily lives. Not a lot of people are comfortable sharing about their daily lives. So we'll just see how we can harness that into content creation, which brings me to the questionnaire that we've prepared. The first one being, how do personal narratives from daily life influence content creators in their storytelling or content creation process? So I'm opening this for everyone. Anybody can take this up. But I'd love
I
to
think I'll
start.
start here.
Okay,
Um,
great. This
I
should
think
be
I'll start here.
great.
Because so from my understanding, I'll give a brief explanation of what I'm drawing from and what I'm wanting to say. Especially when you start content creation on a platform like LinkedIn, where everybody wants to come and talk about their personal achievements and their professional achievements and them buying more CDs and them getting a seven-figure package, as a college student, you'll feel like, okay, this is not the platform for me. You'll feel discouraged to be on the platform, let alone scroll or create content, right? But what you don't understand that is a lot of people out there on any social media platform are there because they feel lonely, they feel FOMO, and they want to belong somewhere. And once you understand that now, you can tap into your own personal life journey and make that niche where people want to follow you, people want to talk to you, people want to connect with you because they relate with you. So that relatability is a very big factor. If I talk about my personal journey, I came on LinkedIn just out of FOMO because my friends were on LinkedIn and they had like 2-3 thousand followers and I was on zero back then. So I was like, okay, something is going wrong. I need to get on LinkedIn and start creating content. But I did not have those credentials that my friends did. I did not come from LSR or a SRCC or a Shahid Sukhdev. I came from a college जिसका नाम लोगों को नहीं पता, right? Again, I did not grow up in Delhi. I came from a tier 2 city and shifted to Delhi. And that's where I realized a niche that a lot of kids in DU itself come from different cities and make their lives in Delhi. And Delhi as a city is very, very different. I mean, my life in Delhi versus my life in Guwahati, it's like a 180-degree turn. So that's
Absolutely.
where, yeah, so that's where I identified that there's a gap. And I think that's why I and Isha became friends because we both realized that our content tonalities are similar. We draw from personal experiences, we draw from our own adulting journey. So, when you don't have anything to talk about, don't think you don't have anything to talk about because in your 18, 19 years of life experiences, you have thousands and thousands of stories, right from your first breakup to your first friendship to maybe your first fight to maybe earning your first stipend, and draw from those experiences and start sharing them because in the initial day one आपके पास कोई professional achievement नहीं होगी to share करने, and that can't discourage you to create content out there because there are thousands and thousands of people who have done less than you, have achieved less than you, have felt less than you, have experienced life less than you, but are known out there just because they have the courage to come out and speak. So instead of saying that, yeah,
Yeah.
instead of saying that, I don't know who's gonna even want to listen to my stories, just put it out there, do it for
Yeah.
a month, and you'll see yourself, you'll see making that community of people who relate to you just because they know that how you feel and just because they want to feel as same as you.
I
I
could
hope that
relate
makes
to each
sense.
and every sentence you said, like literally each and every sentence.
Yeah, completely agree
Great.
with Drishti.
Yeah.
Uh, because one of my client also paid me for creating content, right, on LinkedIn. But she was like कि यार, I said to her कि at least 3 posts तो रखते हैं per month, per week, sorry, right? Because consistency जरूरी है LinkedIn पे, right? Without consistency you can't grow. And she was like, यार let's start with 1 post per week, because I don't know how to put myself. मैं कि यार आपने पैसे भी दे दिए, आपको content भी create करना है. Now still you are saying like कि यार एक ही post डालते हैं एक हफ्ते. तो I said कि नहीं यार, एक तो नहीं डालेंगे, 3 डालेंगे, क्योंकि मेरे पास content ideas नहीं है. पता नहीं 3 पोस्ट डालने के बाद आइडियाज आएंगे भी या नहीं आएंगे. ओके, दैट्स आवर ड्यूटी. तो मतलब लोगों को ये भी लगता है कि वेदर दे विल बी एबल टू क्रिएट फॉर लॉन्ग और नॉट, राइट, कि उनके पास इतनी स्टोरीज है भी या नहीं है, उनको ही नहीं पता. तो दैट इज समथिंग आई रियलाइज विद द टाइम कि जैसे जैसे हम कंटेंट क्रिएट करते हैं, ओवर द टाइम वी स्टार्ट गेटिंग मोर एंड मोर आइडियाज, बिकॉज हमारा एनवायरमेंट ही वैसा बनता जाता है. वी स्टार्ट कनेक्टिंग विद द पीपल अराउंड अस, कि जिनकी स्टोरीज हम रिलेट कर पाते हैं, एंड देन वी रियलाइज यार ये तो सेम ही है, मैं भी डाल सकता हूँ, राइट, या ये तो मैं भी डाल सकती हूँ. तो बहुत सारे आइडियाज मैंने ऐसे सोचे कि जब तक हम स्टार्ट नहीं कर रहे ना, तब तक ये आइडियाज की ब्लॉकेज रहती है. बट एज वी स्टार्ट क्रिएटिंग कंटेंट ऑन एनी ऑफ द प्लेटफॉर्म, आइडियाज अपने आप आने लगते हैं. आई गेस
Agree.
क्रिएटर्स विल कनेक्ट विद दैट.
And I think this problem of what Tushar mentioned, that हमें लगता है कि हमारे ideas शायद एक point of time के बाद run out हो जाए. I think the best solution that is content repurposing. मतलब आप अपने same
एग्जैक्टली.
content को ही अलग 10 different तरीकों से लिख सकते हो. That same story can be written in 10 different narratives or 10 different statures या different POV लेकर, या maybe different चीजें उसमें add करके, even from that one idea. जैसे Drishti mentioned the first stipend system करता है, first internship, first experience, आपने क्या सीखा क्या नहीं सीखा, what you did wrong, what you did right. तो ऐसे आप 10 चीजें बना सकते हो and you have 10 posts lined up, जिसको आप different intervals से post कर सकते हो, so that it does not even create that ruggedness in your mind कि same चीज ही आ रही है. But that is how you can think of different ideas. So I think all of us do that.
एंड आई गेस
Right, right.
सबके पास नोट्स का वो ओपन होना चाहिए हमेशा मोबाइल फोन
Yeah,
में,
हाँ.
that's
राइट.
so true. I
यू
think this
नेवर
is
नो कब आइडियाज आ सकते हैं.
or that
Exactly.
WhatsApp group where you text
I
yourself.
do
Exactly.
that. I
Exactly.
WhatsApp
Even
group,
I
Google
do.
Notes.
Right, right. I think let me just I I'd love to pitch in. I think you guys have covered all the points, but something that I like tell all the people that I speak to, or the tips that I give to people, is that whenever you are starting to write content, there are two things that you need to do. One, create a chat with yourself, which is just LinkedIn or Instagram exclusive. Wherever you have ideas, just like I am very bad at typing, so I just send myself voice notes.
Voice notes.
Yes,
I
and
do that.
whenever like, I have so many ideas in my mind, I used to do that before. I used to post content एक ही साथ, like 3-4 posts in a day because I didn't know what scheduling content meant. But something that I tell people now is please schedule your content. I understand, sometimes you just have a blockage of ideas, but at the same time, there are also times where you have like so many ideas in your head. You're like, oh my God, I want to write about this as well, and this as well, and this as well. So then maybe schedule your content so that at least it's that consistency that Tushar was talking about that is maintained. And I'm so big on
True.
consistency, Tushar. I totally relate to you. Which
Mhm.
brings me to my second question, and I think I'm going to direct this to Kashish first of all, and then any of you guys can take it up. Can you share examples of how your own daily life experiences have directly impacted the content you create?
Right. But before that, I just want to cover one part of the first question also, since you were talking about consistency. So, when I started creating content, so when I actually started seeing LinkedIn, seeing people, so I had to work with creators, right? So I was not working with the first year, second year, third year. Because of it, though, I was working with, maybe I had to reach out Finance with Sharan, Ankur Baripu, Neha Nagar, all of these people, and I felt like a very, very, very tiny person in this world. I have no achievements, I've done nothing, and these are like mega profiles, right? So what I did, I always knew that LinkedIn is something where I have to. It is a must. I'm a college student. Everybody is doing that. And in my college, CVS, there were LinkedIn groups where the people, the juniors, the seniors used to write and share their links. Right? In my college specifically, LinkedIn was a really big hype. Like you have to write, otherwise, pata nahi kya ho jayega. So the point of the entire conversation is that even if you're struggling with consistency and during your early college life, first year, second year, you can have an accountability partner who also wants to write. Now, coming to the second question, how my life, helps me in content, right? That part. So here I talk about the Bhagavad Gita page. So after 10th standard, I started reading Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so after 10th, I just started reading Bhagavad Gita because in my family, my parents always told me, you can start reading. And घर में भी by default बहुत सारी Bhagavad Gita थी, like बहुत सारी different editions थे, and वो हमेशा सामने रहती थी, all the time मंदिर में हर जगह पे. And I knew that I have to read it. So I started reading it. And trust me, it was so difficult. कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा. I had Sanskrit edition, I had Hindi edition, I had English edition. Every simplified word. I had all editions. Now I started reading one shlok every day. Eventually, I started getting interest in that. So during the past 5 years, it's always been that I'm reading some page, I'm reading some shlok, but and applying it to my real life. Right. So when I started my page, so my page is started by my personal life only, the routine I follow, how I am. So as an individual, I wake up on time, I go to gym, like everything in my life is very, very good. There's a fixed time to eat, there's a fixed time to wake up, there's a fixed time to sleep, there's a fixed time uh, to do everything, work, sorts, everything is on my calendar. As Ankur Bariku says, that if you want to sort your life, just put everything in calendar, like everything. Right? So when I started doing this Bhagavad Gita page, the reason why it grew from 0 to 500K in 4 months was because I've been practicing all of this for like past 5-6 years. Like after 10th grade, I was practicing, I was just reading, and I was familiar with all of these things. Right. And it was all the things that came from my personal life. Like, okay, गुस्सा आ रहा है तो ये करो, कोई डिसीजन नहीं लिया जा रहा तो ये करो. And I just spoke those examples. एंड वन मोर थिंग, जो एग्जाम्पल्स आप दोगे, जो स्टोरी आपकी होगी, वो कोई कॉपी नहीं कर सकता. वो आइडिया शायद ही किसी के साथ कोइंसिडेंट करेगा, शायद नहीं, कभी कोई एआई भी नहीं बता पाएगा. वो सिर्फ आपका होगा. शायद आपने कुछ पढ़ा, उसको आप अपनी लाइफ से कैसे रिलेट करोगे, कैसा एग्जाम्पल रहोगे, दैट वुड बी रियली डिफरेंट जिसका उसको कोई अदर परसीव करेगा. सो अ लॉट ऑन द पर्सनल लाइफ.
Right, that is so true. I think the sort of relatability and the sort of emotional resonance that you get from writing your own content, which, like you said, no AI can give you. Um, I totally get it and I totally understand that. I think I'll direct this question towards Tanusha. In what ways do content creators navigate the balance between authenticity in their narratives and audience engagement or expectations?
So I think firstly it depends on understanding your audience. Uh, when you start off as a college creator, mostly the audience is college students only. And once you start writing for some time and you start associating with people in your internships or in different networking agencies and everything, then you might have managers or sometimes even founders coming in. But more or less, the audience remains your college students or people like you. So firstly, I think for me, my motive has always been quality of content over engagement. uh, Bringing authenticity in what I write, maybe adding value in whatever post I write. If I don't think of good ideas, I would stop by and I would just come to that one idea which I think that okay, this will work. I wouldn't post for the sake of posting, because I also know that वो करने के लिए it's very easy. You take out the phone and you do it. But for me, what matters is that if someone comes across my post on their feed and they spend a minute or they spend the 30 seconds to read it, they should take away something from that. So I think for me, authenticity matters the most. Value addition matters the most. So if whether it's my personal life experience, like maybe I traveled in a rickshaw and I saw something, or maybe I was in a metro while I was waiting for the train and I realized something about life, any analogy or anything which clicks me. And as you rightly mentioned, this Isha, that we take a voice note or a note, notes in the notes app, anything out of it, and then I craft it. I think for audience engagement, what I try to think of is that it should have a good hook, so that maybe the content is really nice, but people don't tap on read more, so that it goes waste. So I think that's the part I'm still working on by learning from you all. But yeah, good hook, good CTA, I think, and good, the stance should be very well written. There shouldn't be more grammatical errors, and I think the language should be very, very relatable, very, very easy, and not such a kind of vocabulary that person feels out of place. यार पता नहीं क्या डिक्शनरी छापती है क्या. So ऐसा होना चाहिए कि जो लैंग्वेज आपको समझ आए. कभी कभी आई ऑल्सो यूज हिंदी के वर्ड जो हम इंग्लिश में टाइप करते हैं चैट में, वैसे अपने दोस्तों से बात करते हो, बट जब कोई आपका पोस्ट पढ़े तो उसे लगे कि वो एक फ्रेंड से ही बात कर रहा है, ना कि एक टिपिकल क्रिएटर या इन्फ्लुएंसर से, एज दे से. सो या, that's my recipe or my thing.
Lovely. I think I'd love to add on to this, and then we can go to Kashish. I'm assuming she wants to add something here. Um, I think like when I used to open LinkedIn app, and I think this is something when I'm like, taking top mate sessions, or if I'm talking to a few friends, something that I get a lot is, यार, whenever we open LinkedIn, या तो मेरी पोस्ट होगी, या फिर लोग ग्रेजुएट कर रहे हैं from like prestigious colleges, or they're getting fancy jobs, or they've completed a course. So it's very intimidating every time you open the app. And I think I personally, when I started LinkedIn, this is exactly why I started writing about my daily life, about how I was, I made dosa at home, or why I absolutely love living in PGs or flats, and how I'm different from other people, who've stayed in Delhi. So all of these things, why I started writing was because of the fact that I couldn't relate to the content that people were putting out, because I'm in my first year. I'm absolutely clueless about how you get into Oxford, or how you got that six-figure salary from freelancing. I don't know how you get clients. I don't know how you reach out to brands. And I wanted content which I could relate to, because why do we go on Instagram, or why do we go on Twitter, or why do we go on Snapchat? Because we relate to the content there. We know how to navigate that platform. With LinkedIn, you absolutely have no idea, because you're already so intimidated by the people there कि तुम्हें पता ही नहीं है तुम क्या कर रहे हो. Which is so true. So I think relatability and the sort of the transparency that you were talking about, Tanisha, I think Tanisha, that's so important. Tushar also wants to add something, so I'll just let Tushar add something, and then maybe Kashish can take it.
ओके श्योर, मतलब ऑथेंटिसिटी का पार्ट ऐसे है कि इनिशियली एज तनुषा ऑलरेडी मेंशन कि पूरी ग्रामर ही मत डाल दो, वो पूरी डिक्शनरी मत डाल दो अपनी पोस्ट के अंदर, राइट? बिकॉज जब तुम लिखते हो ना, तुम्हें खुद को फील आने लग जाती है कि यार मैं ऐसा हूँ भी या फिर नहीं हूँ, राइट? तो वो फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस पे तो खुद ही पता लग जाता है कि मैं फेक कर रहा हूँ या फिर ओरिजिनलिटी है. इफ यू फील कि इसी तरीके से मैं अब किसी पर्सन से मिल रहा हूँ एंड मैं ऐसे ही बात कर रहा हूँ, तो गो विद दैट कंटेंट ओनली, राइट? बट मेरे यहाँ पे एक क्रॉस क्वेश्चन है तनुषा. लाइक एज वी ग्रो, ठीक है, फॉलोअर्स बढ़ने लगते हैं, राइट? और हमारी कम्युनिटी भी स्ट्रॉन्ग होने लगती है एंड वी स्टार्ट आल्सो एंगेजिंग विद अदर क्रिएटर्स एज वेल. तो वहां पर एक डाउट नहीं आता, मतलब कि यार दूसरे क्रिएटर का कंटेंट थोड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है, तो शुड आई रेप्लिकेट दैट थिंग इनटू माय कंटेंट? तो वो चीज ऑथेंटिसिटी पे इफेक्ट करती है, मतलब व्हाट्स
So
योर
yeah,
ओपिनियन ऑन दैट?
my opinion on that is that it's never a bad idea to learn from someone. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर हमें किसी का कंटेंट अच्छा लगा है तो हम उसमें से कोई अच्छी चीज उठा नहीं सकते. आई थिंक वी कैन, आवर इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज आल्सो बोरोड फ्रॉम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस अराउंड द वर्ल्ड, बट इंडिया चल रहा है ना. सो वी कैन
हाँ,
बोरो
एग्जैक्टली.
आइडियाज, वी कैन बोरो इंस्टेंसेस फ्रॉम अदर पीपल कि कोई इंसान अच्छा कंटेंट क्रिएट कर रहा है, ये चीज मुझे अच्छी लगी है, वी कैन डेफिनेटली डू दैट. बट आई थिंक जो कोर होता है ना, मतलब आपके
हाँ,
पोस्ट की वैल्यू, कोई पढ़ मतलब बिना नाम देखे बता देगा ये ना ईशा की पोस्ट होगी, ये ना कशिश की पोस्ट होगी,
ट्रू.
तो वो कोर वो नहीं जाना चाहिए. आई थिंक वो तब नहीं जाएगा जब आपकी जो टोनालिटी है, वो टोन होती है बात करने की, या वो सर्टेन इमोजीज होते हैं आपके, या फिर एक सर्टेन आइडिया होता है, फ्लो होता है कि यार ये इंसान अपने आइडियाज को ऐसे एक्सप्रेस करता है. आई थिंक वो नहीं जाना चाहिए. बट ऑफ कोर्स इन दैट प्रोसेस यू कैन लर्न फ्रॉम अदर स्टफ. एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली ये भी होता है कि यार एवरी पोस्ट इज नॉट डायरेक्टेड टू योर एंटायर टारगेट ऑडियंस. हो सकता है कुछ
ट्रू.
पोस्ट आपकी आपके प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए टारगेटेड हो, तो हाँ वहां पर वोकैबुलरी का अच्छा होना जरूरी हो सकता है. पर अगर आपकी पोस्ट कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स के लिए है तो वहां पर आपकी वोकैबुलरी को उस अकॉर्डिंग होना चाहिए जिस तरह से आप नॉर्मल उनसे बात करोगे. सो आई थिंक
Exactly.
इट डिपेंड्स ऑन आपकी टारगेट ऑडियंस क्या है उस पर्टिकुलर पोस्ट के लिए, वो डिफरेंट
एंड
हो
एनी ऑफ
सकती
द क्रिएटर, हाउ डू यू डील विद द थिंग कि यार मैं भी तो कंटेंट अच्छा डाल रहा हूँ, उसका तो कंटेंट अच्छा है ही नहीं, बट फिर भी इतने व्यूज, इतने ऑर्गेनिक व्यूज आ रहे हैं, राइट?
Yeah,
तो उस
and
चीज के साथ डील
the
कैसे करते हो?
fundamental there is that अपने आप को भगवान मानना बंद कर दो. So I always tell this that okay, if my content is not working and XYZ's content is working and I feel that mera content is better, then there's something fundamentally wrong with me. Because
Okay.
I always think that to be a creator and to work in the field of social media, even if you're not writing personally, you need to give up the idea that you need to give up that idea कि यार मैं बहुत अच्छा लिखता हूँ, मैं बहुत अच्छा लिखती हूँ and मेरा पोस्ट हमेशा चलेगा, because everything is on the mercy of the algorithm. आप
हम्म
दुनिया का सबसे अच्छा पोस्ट लिख सकते हो, आप अपनी पूरी मेहनत, शिद्दत, कयामत से लड़के वो पोस्ट लिख सकते हो, एंड वो नहीं चलेगा अगर एल्गो उसको नहीं चलाएगा. एंड
राइट
एंड मेरे साथ तो कितने बार होता है, मैं रोते धोते पोस्ट लिख रही हूँ, ऐसे आंसू बह रहे होते हैं और मैं रैंट वाला पोस्ट लिख रही होती है और मेरे वो पोस्ट वायरल चले गए हैं, जबकि उनमें टाइपोज है, जबकि उनमें ग्रामेटिकल एरर्स है. सो ना ये एक तो ये एनवी होती है, मेरे भी होती है, बिकॉज माई एंटायर फ्रेंड सर्कल इज ऑफ क्रिएटर्स. तो कभी कभी लगता है यार उसको टॉप 5 मिल गया, मेरे को नहीं मिला, यार उसको ये ब्रांड कोलैब आ गया, मेरे को नहीं आया, उसके इतने फॉलोअर्स हो गए, मेरे तो अभी तक नहीं हो. ये आता है, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे जितना आप compete करोगे दूसरों से, उतना आपकी खुद की कंटेंट क्वालिटी और जो ऑथेंटिसिटी हम बोलते हैं ना, वो नीचे जाती है. और जितना आप खुश हो कि हाँ ठीक है, एटलीस्ट आई एम शोइंग अप, एटलीस्ट आई एम ट्राइंग टू एड वैल्यू, एटलीस्ट आई एम ट्राइंग टू हेल्प समवन, वो जब तक खुद को अंदर से मोटिवेशन देते रहोगे ना, दैट्स फाइन. एंड आल्सो एडिंग ऑन टू अनदर पॉइंट दैट तनुषा सेड कि इट्स नेवर अ बैड आइडिया टू लर्न फ्रॉम समवन एल्स. There's this book, I don't know how many of people have read this, but anyone who is in content
like an
creation
artist.
openly recommend reading this book. It's called Steal Like an Artist.
Like an artist. Yes.
That you can, and it says something, nothing in the effing world is original, everything is a copy of a copy of a copy, and it's there
Like,
in that book. And it's never the wrong idea to copy someone, but वो copy अगर कर रहे हो तो उसको ऐसे इज्जत से copy करो that the other person does not know that you have copied word to word, right? Always take
True, true.
inspiration. That's what I say, that's what I mean when I say that copy from other people. Because smart artists always copy from other people. Smart writers always copy from other people.
That is
मैंने
so
एक लाइन
true.
भी सुनी थी, मैंने एक लाइन भी सुनी थी इसी के अराउंड कि तुम खुद अपने माँ बाप की कॉपी हो, हाउ यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट कि तुम एक नया कंटेंट क्रिएट कर रहे हो.
Wow, I absolutely love
I'm
this.
going to steal this line now.
Yeah, you're having to steal this. And I think I'm so big on like this whole repurposing content, like what Tanusha was talking about. We'll come to that later, but I want Kashish to complete her whatever she wanted to say. She's been
Yeah, so before I started Bhagavad Gita's page, so I had a lot of, so this is a thing which is related to Drishti's and Tanusha's, like what they said, right? I'll start with Tanusha's thing. So she said कि ऐसे लिखो कि जैसे आप अपने फ्रेंड से बात कर रहे हो. So before actually starting on Instagram, I was very scared because as a platform, it's very different and it's very hard to grow. Let's say LinkedIn का 20K can look very big, but Instagram का 20K would बहुत छोटा कि क्या ही है. So before that, I took a couple of courses. I won't lie. So I started in September. So for 4 months, I really upskilled myself that what is working, what are creators doing, and all of that. So one tip that everybody gives. I'll not say name, but there are good creators who are making courses on how to get started on Instagram while they have a very good following and everything. Right? One thing that everyone said, and it's like a thumb rule for me: talk, write, or create as if you're talking to your friend. Like this is something which I've heard from everybody. Let's say it's Instagram, don't use hi everyone kya kar. Just stop. There's this guy, I'll not name it, it's like Meta Pulkit. Okay, so what he does, he comes to uska CTA is that follow kar lo warna main gayab ho jaunga. And that has become like a very thing that it is there in all the videos and people are copying that, and
his
sabka
page
CTA has
too.
been one, right? So be it LinkedIn, write it कि शायद आप थर्ड ईयर में हो तो शायद एक थर्ड ईयर के बच्चे को समझ आ जाए. आप ऑफिस में काम करते हो, शायद आपकी कलीग को समझ आ जाए जो आपने लिखा है. बिल्कुल ऐसे लिखना है दैट यू आर राइटिंग टू योर फ्रेंड. लिंक्डइन है थोड़ा प्रोफेशनल कर दो. इंस्टाग्राम में यू कैन बी वेरी चिल, लाफ, डू एनीथिंग, राइट? बट इफ यू डू दैट, people will like it. Like don't do anything fancy, right? And this is something which I've heard from like 4 to 5 creators in their paid courses. So trust me, it works, and I applied this thing.
I just one point
Yeah.
to take over what I think Tushar asked and Drishti answered it. What do you do जब आपको लगता है कि कोई और किसी और का content से better आप लिख रहे हो but you're not getting that engagement? I think personally there is a lot of self introspection needed, not just for content creation but for everything. that आप ये जो कर रहे हो क्यों कर रहे हो? आप ये फॉलोअर्स के लिए कर रहे हो, आप ये नीड्स के लिए कर रहे हो, आप पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग के लिए कर रहे हो, अपनी प्रेजेंस के लिए कर रहे हो, या आपको अच्छा लगता है सिर्फ आप इसीलिए कर रहे हो? आई थिंक फॉर मी लिंक्डइन स्टार्टेड बिकॉज मुझे अच्छा लगता था लिखना. स्कूल में मेरे पास ऐसे राइटिंग कॉम्पिटिशन होते थे, यहाँ पे मुझे लगा कि यार कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है, सो आई जस्ट स्पेंड माई आइडियाज ऑन लिंक्डइन, दैट्स हाउ इट स्टार्टेड. बट आई थिंक फॉर सम पीपल लिंक्डइन इज कि यार मुझे फॉलोअर्स चाहिए, आई वांट टू कि लोग मुझे जाने. फॉर सम पीपल इट्स लाइक मुझे पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग चाहिए, जो एजेंसी जो लोग कॉपी होते हैं फ्रीलांस राइटर्स, उनको लीड्स चाहिए होती हैं. सो आई थिंक इट फर्स्टली यू शुडंट बी अफेक्टेड बाय समवन एल्स. आई एम अ पर्सन हु स्टार्टेड सबसे पहले से सबसे कम फॉलोअर्स हैं. मुझे ब्रांड कोलैब सबसे लेट मिला था, बट आई थिंक इन ऑल दैट टाइम आई केप्ट ट्राइंग माई बेस्ट एंड आई डिड नॉट लूज दैट थिंग कि यार आई विल स्टॉप क्रिएटिंग कंटेंट बिकॉज मुझे वो चीज़ नहीं मिल रही है जो शायद सामने वाले को मिल रही है. बिकॉज फॉर मी इट वॉज मोर देन वॉट द अदर पर्सन इज गेटिंग. इट इज अबाउट माई सेल्फ सेटिस्फैक्शन. इट इज अबाउट कि मेरे पास फिर भी लोग हैं जो मेरा कंटेंट पढ़ते हैं, शायद वो उनसे कम हो, बट वो ऑनेस्ट ऑडियंस है, वो लॉयल ऑडियंस है. लोग मुझे मिलते हैं तो अप्रिशिएट करते हैं, एंड माई वर्क इज गेटिंग रिकग्नाइज इन सम मैनर और द अदर मैनर. शायद उस तरीके से ना हो जिस तरीके से सामने वाले की हो रही है, पर आई एम गेटिंग दैट रिकग्निशन इन सम अदर मैनर, प्लस बिकॉज आई लाइक डूइंग इट. सो आई थिंक इफ दैट एस्पेक्ट कम्स इन, दिस इंट्रोस्पेक्शन कम्स ना, तो आपको फर्क पड़ना बंद हो जाता है पॉइंट के बाद कि किसी इंसान के कितने फॉलोअर्स हैं, किसी इंसान को कितने कोलैब्स मिल रहे हैं, बिकॉज यू आर सो सेल्फ सेटिस्फाइड एंड कंटेंटेड. So I think that aspect helps not only for LinkedIn content creation but for every aspect of life. Because कहीं ना कहीं अगर हम कंपटीशन को अपने आप को बेटर बनाने में लगाएं तो बेटर है कि हम ज़्यादा उससे परेशान होने बैठ जाएं. So yeah, that was just
Exactly.
one point.
That's absolutely true. I'm just gonna skip to the next question because this is something that I personally love talking about. How do cultural or societal narratives intersect with personal daily life experiences in content creation, and what implications does this have for creators? I'll open this for Drishti first, and then maybe I can take this up. I absolutely love this question. So over to you, Drishti.
Yeah, if I mean, I'll be very, very honest here, and I am sorry if this offends someone, but I think that um, there's a lot of stigma around a lot of things, and there's a lot of hype bana diya gaya around a lot of things, right? How do these stigmas affect me? So I'll take a very early example in my life. So I've been body shamed throughout my life. Firstly, I had curls. I had very, very thick curls, which are no longer there because the bullying finally got to me. I had braces, and then I had specs since I was in class KG. So I did not look like anything that an typical girl that you see in stories, that you see in serials. उस टाइम के टीवी पे I didn't look like that, and I was skinny. So all my life I've been bullied. I'm still bullied, but of course you grow that thick skin. I've been body shamed a lot. So a lot of my content, it came from the fact that I'm not the only girl who needs body positivity. I'm not the only girl who needs to feel good about herself because the society made her feel bad about the way she looks. To the extent that I remember doing this one post where I wore a sleeveless dress, and there was this guy on the road who told me who told me something very vulgar about my arms looking like they were needles. I don't remember. He said something in Haryanvi, which you can understand, but you can't interpret it वैसे. So I felt heartbroken at that time that okay, I'm 18. I was what 18, 19, and I'm not even in a tier 2 city where people are considered to be narrow minded. I was in Delhi, and mind you, I was in Kamla Nagar, which is the hotspot of Delhi University. And there a student is coming and saying this to me. I was heartbroken. And I came on LinkedIn and I wrote this post that you know what, this happened to me, and you know what, I don't care anymore because I like wearing that dress, so I'll wear that dress. I don't care if I look skinny or I look fat or I look like a needle, right? Because it's my body, and it takes a lot of courage to love yourself that way. So I think there are a lot of societal stigmas in life that come and slap you, and they'll keep slapping you till the time that you grow that thick skin. And once you grow that thick skin, then you become comfortable to come and talk about it. Another cultural narrative I have to give you. So, I am someone who has been diagnosed with GAD, that is general anxiety disorder. I was prescription for it, and there was a point in time when I was writing on LinkedIn, and nobody knew what was happening back inside my head. And then when I finally came up and I said that okay, mental health is real, and you know what, I'm happy to help anyone who needs therapy or who needs any support to connect to a therapist. And even today, I have 5 messages. I'm not even kidding. I have 5 messages from 5 different college kids saying that Drishti Didi, please connect karwa do, because I don't know who else to talk to, because everybody else thinks that I'm overreacting, yeah, I'm being dramatic. Because एक जगह तो मेंटल हेल्थ को ना हमने बहुत बड़ा हाइप वर्ड बना दिया है. Everybody loves to talk about mental health, but nobody wants to take mental health seriously. And I am pretty sure someone out there is going to get offended when I say this, but this is the bottom line truth as someone who has been there and seen that entire dirty cycle.
That is
So,
so true.
yeah, so you need to get up that cultural stigma and come out and talk about this. Otherwise, there's no point of you having that platform as well. If you're not able to help others get out of that ugly, what do I say, ugly picture, that ugly hole that people, others push them into, be it body shaming, be it mental health, be it, be it anything as simple as them not feeling good about themselves and people putting them down.
Right. I got goosebumps. Okay, lovely. I think I have a little lighter aspect to this in this question, and I'll take this in a way. So I come from Kashmir, and like I said, I've been to 2 different boarding schools. So for me, there has been no home. I've traveled so much for my education. I went to 3 different cities. Then I ended up in Delhi. So for me, I've never had a home to go back to. I've had 3 different homes in 3 different cities. But it also has a lot of plus points. You have a lot of friends to fall back on. But at the same time, I feel when Drishti is talking about, people asking, and this is something that I personally get a lot of times that, hey, where are you from? Um, I don't know where I'm from. I'm from so many different places, but from nowhere at the same time. So every time people ask me, what is your authenticity or what is your culture look like? I don't know. What do I tell them? So this is something that I'm still struggling with, and this is something that I write about. Like, I am a big collector of things, like you can see. I absolutely love collecting things and just figuring out where I'm from. This whole identity crisis is so real. I was reading this post on LinkedIn where this guy was like, before coming into Google, I was no one. And then suddenly I went from being no one to, oh, he's placed at Google. And and then I had an identity crisis, like, oh, was I not good enough before Google? So that identity crisis that you deal with after reaching a certain platform, like even now people come to me, they're like, congratulations, you've crossed 30K followers. And I'm just like, was I not good enough before? Was it like that? And at the same time, once you've reached that sort of scale, you're like, okay, what next? So these kind of questions that you have, it's really mind-boggling, which brings me to my next question, and I'm going to put this to Tushar because I know he's not spoken Martin at this. Right. What role does empathy play in incorporating daily life narratives into content creation, particularly when addressing diverse audiences or sensitive topics? So basically, what does empathy mean to you, especially because you've been creating content for other people and you've been addressing diverse audiences, their audiences in your own audience. So how do you deal with all of that?
बेसिकली व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द सेंसिटिव कंटेंट, मतलब कि सामने वाला या तो इमोशनल हो जाएगा, राइट, उसको पढ़ के, एंड दैट कम्स विद द रिलेटेबल कंटेंट ओनली. मतलब जो चीज तुमने फील की हुई है
True, true.
वो चीज तुम बाहर रखते हो, तो पीपल आर देयर हु आर गोइंग टू कनेक्ट विद यू, राइट. एंड देयर इज ऑडियंस फॉर ईच एंड एवरी टाइप ऑफ कंटेंट. यू कैन सी इट ऑन इंस्टाग्राम, लिंक्डइन या फिर यूट्यूब, कहीं भी देख सकते हो, राइट. क्रिंज के लिए भी आपको ऑडियंस मिल जाएगी एंड थोड़े अलग टाइप के कंटेंट के लिए भी मिल जाएगी, राइट. बट यू हैव टू बी ब्रेव इनफ कि अगर उस पर कॉन्ट्रारी ओपिनियंस आते हैं तो उसको आप सुन सको, राइट. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स क्या होता है कि एज अ क्रिएटर वी ट्राई टू एक्सपेरिमेंट विद डिफरेंट थिंग, एंड आई एम अ पर्सन हु लव्स एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग. ठीक है कि ठीक है, कॉन्ट्रारी ओपिनियंस आते भी है तो लेट्स सी व्हाट काइंड ऑफ ऑडियंस आई हैव, या फिर लोगों के क्या ओपिनियंस है, मैं उस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से चलता हूँ, राइट. अभी रिसेंटली आई हैव पोस्टेड ऑन लिंक्डइन ओनली जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ एक्सपेरिमेंट कि यार करके देख लेता हूँ कि चलेगी नहीं. हुकलाइन में मैंने लिखा था क्रिंज क्रिएटर्स आर अर्निंग मोर देन एन एवरेज प्रोफेशनल, राइट. ठीक है, जस्ट टू सी कि लोग क्या रिएक्ट करते हैं इस पे, ठीक है। तो ये काफी सेंसिटिव कंटेंट हो गया था, एंड जो एवरेज प्रोफेशनल्स है या फिर जो भी लोग काम कर रहे हैं, दे स्टार्ट कमेंटिंग देयर फीलिंग्स आउट, राइट, कि ये तूने ऐसे कैसे बोल दिया, मतलब तूने तो एक ही साइड का व्यू पॉइंट लिया है, दूसरे साइड का व्यू पॉइंट नहीं लिया। मैं जस्ट वही है कि मेरा व्यू पॉइंट था, आई पुट आउट देयर, एंड उस पे क्या रिस्पॉन्स आते, तो वहां से तो एक डाइवर्स पर्सपेक्टिव मिल ही जाता है ऑडियंस का। दूसरी चीज आती है, जो तुमने खुद एक्चुअल वो चीज ऑब्जर्व की हुई है या फिर तुमने फील की हुई है, उस चीज को जब बाहर रखते हो, देयर आर पीपल हु आर गोइंग टू कनेक्ट विद यू। एंड काफी बार रखने से पहले ना हमें लगता है कि यार मैं कुछ ज्यादा ओवर रिएक्ट तो नहीं कर रहा, या फिर कुछ ज्यादा ओवर इमोशनल तो नहीं हो रहा, राइट। क्योंकि मेरे को याद है, व्हेन माय पेरेंट्स विजिटेड माय वर्क प्लेस फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, वर्क स्पेस, ठीक है। तो मैं लिखना चाहता था कि यार मेरे मम्मी पापा पहली बार आए हैं, एंड बीइंग फ्रॉम द टियर 2 सिटी, आई एम आल्सो फ्रॉम सिरसा हरियाणा, राइट। तो कमिंग टू दिल्ली, एंड आई वाज द फर्स्ट वन जिसने रेगुलर कॉलेज किया था दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी से, ठीक है। एंड आई वाज द फर्स्ट वन हु गॉट प्लेस्ड एट सच बिग एमएनसी, ठीक है। तो वो कि सब फर्स्ट फर्स्ट टाइम हो रहा था, एंड पेरेंट्स भी फर्स्ट टाइम आए थे, तो आई थॉट कि इस पे एक पोस्ट निकालता हूँ। बट लिखने से पहले ना इतने सारे सेल्फ डाउट थे यार, पता नहीं लोग कैसे रिएक्ट करेंगे, कुछ मैं ज्यादा रिएक्ट तो नहीं कर रहा कि यार नॉर्मल चीज भी तो हो सकती है। बट अगेन तुम्हें ये खुद को बिलीव दिलाना पड़ेगा कि जो तुम्हारे साथ चीज हुई है वो सबके साथ नहीं हो रही है, राइट। यू आर यूनिक टू योरसेल्फ, एज दृष्टि ऑल्सो मेंशन इन स्टार्टिंग ओनली, कि सब यूनिक है, राइट। तुम्हें वो लिखना पड़ेगा खुद के बारे में, तभी लोग हैं जो रिलेट कर पाएंगे। एंड उस पोस्ट पे इतने सही इंप्रेशंस आए थे, इतनी अच्छी एंगेजमेंट आई थी। देन आई कन्वर्टेड दैट पोस्ट इनटू अ रील। रील में और ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट हो गया था मेरे लिए उस चीज को, क्योंकि वॉइस रिकॉर्ड करके उस पे पिक्चर्स और इमेजेस डालना एंड वीडियोस के साथ वो रिलेट करना, वो और ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट हो गया था। एंड सबसे पहले पता है क्या चीज दिमाग में आती है, जब आप इंस्टाग्राम पे अपलोड करते हो तो आपके रिलेटिव्स ज्यादा कनेक्टेड होते हैं। लिंक्डइन पे फिर भी ऐसी ऑडियंस होती है जिनको आप नहीं भी जानते तो भी वो अच्छा सपोर्ट दिखाते हैं, एंड रिलेटिव्स या फिर आपके जो नॉन होते हैं ना, सबसे पहले वो बैकलैश करते हैं, ठीक है।
They're the first ones to criticize. That is
यस
so
यस,
true.
ठीक है। जो अननोन होते हैं ना वो हमेशा सपोर्ट करेंगे, और जो नॉन
I
होते हैं
recently, yeah,
जो
I
नॉन होते हैं
recently
वो
wrote a post about this, you know.
हाँ, तो मैंने भी ऑब्जर्व किया है, एंड जितनी भी मेरी टीम है वो सारी अलग अलग स्टेट से है। तो उनके साथ मेरे को कभी लगा नहीं था कि मैं मैच भी कर पाऊंगा या फिर वो वाइब मिल भी पाएगी या नहीं मिल पाएगी। बट वो चीज है यार कि तुम्हें खुद को बाहर रखना पड़ेगा, एंड देयर आर पीपल हु विल रिलेट विद यू। एंड बस इतना कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ आओ कि ठीक है, अगर बैकलैश आ भी रहा है तो उसको झेलने की, मतलब एज ए कंटेंट क्रिएटर तुम्हें आदत पड़ जाएगी, ठीक है। जब मैंने केपीएमजी वाली पोस्ट डाली थी ना कि आई रिजाइन फ्रॉम माय पोजीशन एट केपीएमजी, दैट वाज फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम मुझे इतना हेट मिला था कमेंट सेक्शन में। देन आई रियलाइज्ड कि यार एक टाइम पे आके ना मेरे को भी होने लग गया था यार कि मैंने ऐसा क्या डाल दिया पोस्ट के अंदर कि मेरे को इतना हेट मिल रहा है जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ नो रीजन। एंड वहां से मेरे को रियलाइज हो गया था कि यार वो ऑडियंस ऐसी है जिसको कोई काम नहीं है यार, मतलब वो इसीलिए ही बैठी है कि यार किसी की सक्सेस देख के या फिर किसी को ऐसे एक्शन लेते हुए जो जनरल नहीं है, ठीक है, पब्लिक में
I'm
बस।
telling you, this is for you, and this is not. I'm not trying to, put my feminist view here. Trust me, you. I, that is your one reel. We have, including we have four female creators here who are creating content, and I can vouch for it. I can vouch for all female creators on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter. The amount of hate, the amount of creepy comments we get, I have
Creepy
stopped
and
looking at my feed.
creepy messages.
Absolutely. I have stopped. If somebody wants to connect with me, really, I have this priority DM option on my top mate. Come pay 10 rupees. I don't care.
हम्म,
Just pay 10
हम्म,
rupees, but at least I know you're actually coming and talking to me. The amount of
एग्जैक्टली।
creepy comments I have got on my own Instagram on people, I don't know how, what are their stalking skills, but they will somehow. I've never put my personal Instagram anywhere, on my professional network because I cannot deal with, these creepy things. But
यार एक
somehow,
टाइम के बाद मतलब वो मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ है ना वो भी ड्रेन होने लगती है। मतलब वी से कि हर
exactly,
मेंटली स्ट्रांग होना
nobody
चाहिए, ये
talks
तो
about
आता
this.
रहेगा, बट उसकी भी एक लिमिट होती है इस बारे
I
में।
think Kashish wants to say something. Yeah.
So this is so on LinkedIn. So I am a female creator, but on LinkedIn, I think the amount of hate I got or maybe negative comments has been very very low. मतलब very low. I don't know why.
Really?
मतलब it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But the amount of creepy text, the amount of these type of comments looking good, dear, beautiful, this has been very very less. Luckily, coming to Instagram, so on my Instagram, so it's Bhagavad Gita. So people, 99.999% audience is positive. Like you are my Didi. Like the amount, if I open my Bhagavad Gita page, it's like full of positivity. I read the comments, I read my DMs. It's so good. Touch wood. But when my reel went viral, so it has I think 15-16 million views right now on Instagram. So and it has like 1.2-1.3 million likes. So उसमें कुछ गलत नहीं था. पीपल स्टार्टेड और उन कमेंट्स पे ना 14,000 तो लाइक्स है, तो समझो कि लोग कितना उस चीज को वो कर रहे हैं सपोर्ट. इन भगवत गीता सो श्लोक इज वर्स, तो वर्स जो होता है उसका हिंदी होता है श्लोक. चैप्टर्स को हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं अध्याय. मुझे तो ये कमेंट के बाद पता चला कि चैप्टर इज अध्याय, देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड अध्याय, क्योंकि आई ऑलवेज बीन रीडिंग Bhagavad Gita English version, not Hindi, because I cannot do it actually, right? So English is something which is the most preferred language. And literally, लोगों को कुछ नहीं मिला to actually say negative. So they are fighting. कि आप कैसे समझा रहे हो? It's not अध्याय. It's not chapter. It's अध्याय. It's not chapter. It's not अध्याय. It's not verse. It's श्लोक. It's not verse. It's श्लोक. And they're literally fighting. And people are telling me कि बाकी लोग उनको support करें कि नहीं, Google कर लो यार, दोनों का मीनिंग सेम होता है, दोनों का मीनिंग सेम होता है. The point is कि एक रील जो इतना वायरल गया है, and as a page where I get 99.99%, like it's positivity only. Over there also अगर वो नॉन फॉलोअर्स को इतना दिखाया गया है, तो भी लोग एक इतनी सिली चीज पे लड़ रहे हैं, which is just the same thing.
Just to
Nothing.
end this, I think one of my favorite quotes that my dad tells me is nobody kicks a dead dog, right? So if you're doing something and if people are poking you, then you're doing the right thing. So I'll just jump to the last question. We're a little short on time, so we're gonna speed this up a little. Are there ethical considerations content creators should keep in mind when leveraging daily life narratives for content, especially in terms of representation and potential impact on audiences? I'll put this question forward to Drishti and Tanusha. I think Tanusha can take it up, and then maybe Drishti can. So yeah.
So, yeah. So we do have ethical considerations. I think firstly, empathy considerations come before ethical considerations. That is, whatever content you are putting up. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think my net is lagging a bit. So
No.
whatever content we put up, I think firstly there's a need that we are very kind to whosoever we are portraying it to. Sometimes we do have something which we want to share. कुछ बुरा हुआ है हमारे साथ. I think we need to understand the perspective of the other community, other person, whatever, whosoever we are writing about. So we should understand कि religion, politics पे थोड़ा we need to refrain. Even gender these days we need to refrain writing about. And if we do, it should be in such a manner that it is not exploiting someone or hurting someone's feelings of views. I think that is very important. And about the consideration, ethical considerations, I think also we need to like copyright hai kisi ka ya kuch bhi hai, so you need to mention if there is something out of that. And I've also seen people on LinkedIn, mostly they take the entire post, copy it, and then post it and then get millions of views. And when people start putting in the comment that okay, you have copied this from so and so creator, then they put in the end credits from this person. Like, bro, you already made a lot of followers and likes out of it, and now you are putting credits in the end just for the sake of doing it. So I think we do have an option of repost, so we should use that. If in case we like someone's views, we need to repost and with our own thoughts, rather than just putting the entire post, copying it and then posting it. Or we can draw inspiration and have our own post from scratch. That is also an option. So I think these considerations need to be taken in mind, that we do not copy someone's hard made content. And also when we put up our content, it should not harm the feelings or ideas or expectations of any community, any person. And we should be kind enough, because there's almost a lot of hate. So I think we can spread some kindness.
So true.
Yeah, I think Tanusha spoke whatever was there to be spoken, but just one thing again, that have your own boundaries. Do not go out and write content just because you're angry and you wanna rant. I know that would feel like the best thing you can do, but on a platform like LinkedIn, you lose out all credibility. And what I mean by that is, let's say Isha and I had a fight. Isha said, Drishti, you're a B. And I said, okay, Isha, wait, you called me a B, I'm gonna write it on LinkedIn. अब यहाँ से ईशा की इमेज खराब नहीं हो रही है, यहाँ मेरी इमेज खराब हो रही है. Then I took a fight with a friend on a personal forum, एंड ठीक है उसने मेरे को गुस्से में कुछ बोला, बट शी इज माई फ्रेंड एंड इट्स अ पर्सनल रिलेशनशिप, एंड आई टुक दैट फाइट टू लिंक्डइन एंड डिड एन एंटायर पोस्ट कॉलिंग ईशा आउट. वहां से ईशा का इमेज नहीं खराब होता है, जो इमेज क्रेडिबिलिटी खराब होगी वो मेरी होगी. सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट एवर if you are writing a hate post for anyone, it can be your employer, it can be your boss, it can be your manager, it can be a senior in college, unless and until and unless it's a topic that cannot be solved on a personal forum, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't come and write hate posts on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is not the place for it. Kanna, just go and do it on Instagram, go and do it on Twitter. These are platforms for controversy. Don't come and do it on LinkedIn, because you lose out everything you have gained, everything you have worked hard for.
That is so
I
true. I
have
think,
just one. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I have just one story to share.
yeah.
Like someone copied my post, ठीक है? उसको copy किया, paste किया, and I use some unique hashtags to my content, right? So I use like hashtag Dubus, hashtag Imagine Media, hashtag Tusharjan. He forgot to change that hashtag, ठीक है? And someone commented on that post
वही
कि at least
hashtag
hashtag तो change कर लिया होता, right? Then
Right.
he changed the hashtag, but he still forgot to change the hashtag of Dubus. मतलब why he is promoting my venture in his post, ठीक है? Then I again commented, मैंने repost करके डाली कि ठीक है अगर आपने कॉपी की है तो आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि यार ठीक है कॉपी मत करो, बट एटलीस्ट क्रेडिट्स देना बनता है, राइट? ठीक है. देन
Right.
ही चेंज द एंटायर पोस्ट. अब वो मेरी रिपोस्ट सेक्शन में ऐसे दिखता है कि पोस्ट चेंज है, बट मैंने ही कुछ कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट कर रखी है कि इस बंदे ने कॉपी की हुई है पोस्ट. तो मतलब
Oh,
लोग ऐसा भी करते हैं. एंड
lovely. So,
वन मोर थिंग,
this is so
जब
new to
भी
me.
अपनी पोस्ट जब भी
तभी
अपनी पोस्ट
स्क्रीनशॉट
डालो,
लेना चाहिए.
Right.
एग्जैक्टली, ओपिनियंस शेयर करो अपने, राइट? कि अगर आप कुछ शेयर कर रहे हो तो डोंट फील लाइक कि आप किसी पे वो बर्डन डाल रहे हो कि अगर मैं ऐसे सोचता हूँ तो तुम्हें भी ऐसे सोचना पड़ेगा. अगर उस चीज में तुम घुस गए तो फिर वो क्रिएट होगा ही होगा. तो वो एक बाउंड्री रखनी जरूरी है कि ठीक है ये मेरा ओपिनियन है एंड यू कैन डिसएग्री विद दैट, एंड उसके लिए उसके साथ आप एक्सेप्टेबल होने चाहिए. सो दैट इज समथिंग आई फील.
And one more thing that I would like to add here is that taking consent. So when I actually went viral on Instagram and everything happened so fast, like from 100K to 500K, it was just 1 week. And because of that one video, like everything was so fast and overwhelming. People created YouTube channel. I was there on YouTube, but I never promoted it or actually put it in my effort. Like I was majorly focusing on Instagram for a while. People took all my videos, downloaded them, and created YouTube channels, uh, playlist and everything. They created Instagram pages, and those Instagram pages were not the fan pages. Fan pages. They were just taking out my content and putting it. Nobody took my consent. And I was so helpless. What should I do? And this one page, they posted my same video, which went viral, and they got, I think, 9,000 followers, something. Right? And these things were coming onto my feed. People were sharing, you have one more account, you have one more account, and everything was so overwhelmed for me. So I think even if you want to start some fan page, or maybe you want to post it and want कि ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचे, you should at least take consent from the original creator.
That is
Because
so.
at that point of time, the max I could do was to DM them, tell them ki, it's my humble request, please take it down, please take it down. I don't want anybody to post that. But that was a very difficult situation altogether, because 5 6 pages were there, 2 3 YouTubes, 2 3 Instagrams, and I was like, what to do now? So consent is one of those things that has to be
I
taken.
think, right. Just to summarize what you guys said, so there's respect for privacy in content that I'm really high on. I think even when you're posting pictures on LinkedIn with your content, if it's showing face of somebody else, I usually hide faces, but I think asking their consent is so important. I think diverse representation is really important. I think somebody too spoke about that. I was just writing all the important things. Authenticity is something really important. Reposting is important, and something that I personally feel is I do not go into politics a lot, considering where I'm from. A lot of people want to know my opinions about the current political scenario. So I'm very like quiet about all of this. But at the same time, I want other people also to not throw their opinions, like what Tushar was saying. Throwing your opinion about a certain thing on someone, or like just putting it out there that hey, this is right and this is wrong, and there is no like gray in between, is very wrong. So I think, yeah, we've covered all the questions that we had. This was a very productive session. I'd love to thank everyone here for taking out time to actually talk about all of these different aspects of content creation and just daily lives.